Now, regarding the users of the app, we feel anyone who is interested in risk communications would benefit from this app, particularly small businesses or organizations that just started to build the risk communication team, or any working professional who just joined a risk communication team in their organization would find this app to be very helpful in the following 3 ways. First, in this app, there's a survey. It'll ask you a series of questions. For example, one of them is about the type of risk information that you want to communicate to your consumers. That would cause you to think about how your product or service may help alleviate risks for your consumers. For example, if you're trying to tell people how to avoid being scammed on the internet or through their mobile device, you may talk about the average loss due to frauds or scams, like the ones that you're trying to help people protect themselves from. You may talk about the chance of getting scammed or the most vulnerable groups, for example, older populations or people with low financial literacy, people who are not very savvy about, they don't have a lot of knowledge or expertise in the area of finance. Then the survey may ask you to consider possible reactions from your target audience. For example, in your risk communications, what elements, what factors in your message that might cause people to ignore your risk information or some parts of your risk information? And when they question your risk information, do they go back to your website to look for more information? Do they go elsewhere? Do they Google to try to find information? Whether they can relate to this information, whether the message stir up a desire in people to get them to want to implement your recommendations or use your product or service. And what might be some of the psychological barriers or physical barriers that prevent people from taking action? Finally, after people have used your product or service, might they share their experience or your risk information with their friends and family, or just share on the social media? After you fill out the survey in the app, after some time, you will receive feedback. And this may include notes on relevant up-to-date research findings, best practices from other organizations, some matrix, how you might want to measure the consumer reactions that you care about. The content of the feedback depends on your responses to the survey in the app. And finally, after you finish your risk communication campaign, you may even come back to this app and use it as a template to guide you to review the effectiveness of your risk communications. Get ready for the next one. You may, by answering these questions again, you may think about, okay, in the end, the type of risk information did you end up focusing on, and whether that was useful. Was there more traffic to your website? Were there more people who adopted your product or service? What worked? What did not work? Okay, that's it. And we wish you great success in your next risk communication campaign.